We're also going to talk about legislation I introduced this week to protect Christians in Nigeria. Nigeria has seen a persecution of Christians that has been staggering. Just this week, over 60 people were murdered by jihadists, by radical Islamists in northeastern Nigeria. They executed soldiers. They went house to house. This pattern of targeting Christians, targeting Catholic priests, targeting individual men, women, and children is horrific. And my legislation would put real consequences on the government of Nigeria and those who are facilitating this persecution, put real consequences on them to change that.
Good day, viewers. If you are watching now, click on the like button, drop your comment, and also share the program to others. Can Christian Association of Nigeria has denied that genocide against Christians in Nigeria is really working. Some are saying it is an allegation, some are saying it's a rumor, but they kind of saying no, it is going on, especially in the northern part of the country. What can you say about this?
No, it's not only, yes, I don't know where Khan is getting that, it's not only the north that where we are seeing massive disaliving of Christians in Nigeria. It's not only north, it happened everywhere, even in the west, in the southwest, in the east, predominantly, but the problem is that, of what significant figure is that of the Muslims and what significant figure is that of the Christian. From report, we have more Christians who are being killed by these people that has attracted some level of condemnation all over the world from organizations, human rights, agencies have also taken note of that. Like I always say, everything that is happening in Nigeria from the day one is being documented on daily basis. But a lot of people does not want to understand that people are watching developments in Nigeria. Even when the Nigerian government are getting it wrong, whether they are getting it right, everything is being documented because these are the things that are going to be used against Nigeria. The plan to conquer Nigeria has always been targeted at the Igbo region. That is it. Once that is done, once this region surrenders, we are not going to see anything like that. But the world must understand very clearly now that this perceived surge of Islamist tendencies all over the world currently now, and we are seeing more and more infiltration. We don't know where they're coming from. We don't know how the logistics, how they're able to work out their modalities and be able to sustain logistics without federal government intelligence, security dictating them. We saw Bola Ahmed Tinubu flew to get Plateau, organized bishops conference or whatever they call it. All the bishops were there. I don't know what he told them. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know how. But he refused to understand that Nigerians know exactly what happened under Jonathan. Nigerians knew that some people also were part of this. APC were part of this. That's why the Canadian government came out and said they are a terrorist organization. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot go to Jos or try to organize a bishop or association of Nigeria and start telling them, because of what is coming, because of the perceived pressure from the United States, now that if anything happens, that they should deny genocide that's already going, that has been reported, not even by the Nigerian media, by social media, by international media houses, that caught the global attention. For the people who does not know, why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seen as an obstacle. I can tell you that. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not an obstacle, why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu pretending or playing along under the suspicion that public perception that he is likely romancing the situation on ground? If not, immediately he came to power in 2023 of May, he would have announced. But you can see that he went as far as making it public on October 1st this year that IPOB is a terrorist organization. IPOB is a terrorist organization. He's going there to seek for vote. The same people that are being killed, how many bishops have been killed, how many imams have been killed in Nigeria? That's the justification where you are able to measure whatever your stick you are going to use to deny that there's no genocide in Nigeria. I don't know who is putting that on Nigerian bishop to start denying. Yes, I can tell you categorically clear, disintegration of this country is coming. By the time they are able, because as a few days ago, we are seeing the senator, Ted Cruz, of United States of America, who is already leading the campaign against Nigeria. And we are seeing more and more senators. We are seeing, more and more people joining the campaign from the United States government, from the congressmen. All of them are coming together. The numbers are growing, and the Nigerian government is in dilemma currently now of what to do, how to go about it, what to do. That's why we see all of a sudden Bola Ahmed Tinubu flew to Plateau. And what he didn't go there to do in Plateau, he just go there, to tell them that his wife is a Christian, and he was born into Muslim, and there should not be hate, there should not be that. Why in your government there's a clear-cut hate, there's a clear-cut oppression, there's a clear-cut suppression against the Igbo people right there in your government, and the symbol of the 85 million Igbos all over the world is being kept in DSS custody. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing serious challenges for exposing, what is happening today. Yes, what is happening today? What is happening today? Where everybody is on the run, where communities are under siege, is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kept in DSS custody. As simple as that. Without that, then what else? They cannot. The law does not guarantee them to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on self-determination, because they cannot go to that area. Self-determination is not a crime. So you can see in all their trial against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in all their kangaroo manipulations, in the court, you cannot see them mention anything that has to do with self-determination. And that self-determination is to protect lives and property, is to protect Nigerians, Nigeria as a nation themselves. Because those who are killed for unity, of what purpose is that? Nigerians who are disallowed for being part of Nigeria, of what purpose is that? Has the aim and objective of the government to protect life and property, has it been achieved? This has been going on for years now. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot say that, he do not know what is happening. And if this thing has translated to the point where it has become, the bishops in Nigeria will now be on that level of, no, deny it, so that we will not attract any wrath from the international community. Well, it is coming. It is coming. There's a wider evidence. Nigerians themselves can attest to that. The Benue Aziz can attest to that. The Middle Belt can attest to that. The Enugu people can attest to that. The people in Oshobo can attest to that. The people in Enugu, everybody can attest to that. How would the can now come out and deny that there's no genocide going on in Nigeria? And I hope they will not do that, irrespective of whatever the federal government wants to achieve with that conference where he was preaching uncertainty to the bishops. But the reality is that, by the time what is coming is going to come, Nigeria will have no option than to accept the executive order, whether you like it or not, that will come either by emergency, either by hook or crook, without any reservation. When it comes, the Nigerian government and the military and the police and or whatever they are, then they will now stand up and say no to that. Then we will now know what it means. Nigeria has been identified as a country of concern. And if that is the case, that means all attention is going to be focused on Nigeria. And when they are telling you that Christians are being killed in Nigeria, 500,000 Christians, 22,000 under Bola Ahmed 2 years administration. What a nation. Until this moment, the security men that are supposed to protect Nigerians are telling them to go out there and defend themselves. But they do not have what it takes to defend themselves. That's why it marvels me that in the entire eastern part of the country, what we are having today are just, Arab Igbos, Fulani imposed. ID camp, they create ID camps in the east. And they tell you, no, it's for this. Go to all those ID camps. That is where these people are mostly hiding. And that is where they operate from. But thank God, that the battle is between them and Eastern Security Network. Anybody that does not like it, well, you might not like it, but you don't know what these people have done over the years to stop the killing that is going on in the eastern part of the country. Then the question is that, why are we now seeing, why are we now hearing, why are we not talking about the entire eastern governors who have never for one day risen up to question the killing of Fulani in Igbo land. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality. And the world is documenting. These are the things the world is going to use against Nigeria. And it has gotten to that point where a decision will have to be taken about the unity of Nigeria. Nigeria has been given so many options of national unity. Nigeria has been given options of resistance. Nigeria has been given, what is it that being part of Nigeria will bring about killing? Just because you are in Nigeria, you are being killed because of crude oil, you are being killed because of a religion, you are being killed because of, we are not talking about even abject poverty, not accessible to government infrastructure, nepotism, tribalism, bigotry. Look at what is happening in trade fair. A federal government land. The Lagos state is saying it is their land, which is unheard for. They went as long as carrying out that illegality, justifying it. Now, there's no state in this country that does not have federal government housing a scheme or land. Trade fair is one of them. So for how long will the United Nations continue to watch? For how long will AU continue to watch? For how long will the ECOWAS continue to watch? For how long will the international community continue to watch? Then I think it has there become a reality for the United States government to take a proper decision about what is going on in Nigeria.
Viewers, if you are still watching, click on the like button, drop your comment and also share this program. Let me take you on this last one, sir. Why can't Christian leaders, we have people like Pastor E.A. Adeboye, we have people like Oyedepo, Kumuyi, why can't they come outside and condemn this act?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because these are great, men, of heaven, great men of God, men who has, left a legacy, men who grew from zero level to, hero level, men who were able to prove that God is God of prosperity, that God cannot be able to deny his own people. Now they have gotten to that extent. Can they remove this carnality in Christendom and face the reality and know actually, God did not put you there. God did not make you who you are. Not just for your own sake. You are a general for God's sake. Why are you quiet over the killing of Christians in Nigeria? Why is Winners Chapel quiet? Why is Redeem quiet? Why is WF Kumuyi quiet? Why are these great men of war? Why is Tunde Bakare quiet? Why are these Christ Embassy, why are you people quiet over what is happening in Nigeria? Because you are afraid of carnality. You are afraid of what the flesh will say. But remember, that one day, we don't pray for Christians to be radicalized in Nigeria. God bless you.
Viewers, if you are still watching,
the truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed, in disguise of pretending to keep One Nigeria, and that One Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is pushing under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also changed hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government. That Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuff. It is now a very clear indication that Samuel Ekpa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of mind that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere, and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people, ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Samuel Ekpa, but today the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria, and it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather than supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how you tend to hold it, Biafra would exist the country. No matter how you tend to keep it, Biafra would exist this country. And I am sure that Mazen Kanu and Mazen Samuel Ekpa will come out strong, no matter how they tend to do all this rubbish. They will come out strong. If today is the first time of coming across this channel, please kindly like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.